All right, it is Wednesday again. That's right.
What's
Halenville
going on,
Live
kid?
904. Yep, right on.
All
Fruitcake
hail the
Tony,
king.
Keith Campbell along January 25th, 2023. Keith, how you doing, dude?
Doing well, doing well. Happy Wednesday to everybody, and happy birthday to the guy who invented these.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
we have a big birthday for tomorrow. Send some good vibes. Give a moment of your thoughts tomorrow. Happy birthday, Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's tomorrow. 26th. Yep, right on.
Yeah, man.
How's your week going, Keith?
Not too bad. Not too bad. You know, just surviving and getting through the week. All jacked up for this week. For the show, for Eddie's birthday, all of that. It's
Right
uh,
on.
it's gonna be a fun show tonight.
Yeah, we do. We have the members of Mean Street with us. Yeah, we are gonna also do later on, we're gonna do some nearly impossible Van Halen trivia. Probably about an hour into things. Got a very difficult one for you tonight. Um,
Yeah, you're gonna have your hands full, kids.
yeah, I may have to put a time limit on that because,
Yeah.
yeah, but a fun one nonetheless. Yeah. Um, let's open up the chat, Keith, and see who's with us first.
Yes, let's do so.
Right on. I see Ed right there. What's up, Ed?
Our brother.
Ryan
He does
Hall is
autographs.
here. The Axe,
The axe. Yeah,
Guitar
man.
Man 45, Thomas Santiago,
Thomas Santiago.
Dan of New Jersey. If you're just rolling in, say hello in the chat for us.
Yep.
I'm
No
gonna
lurkers.
scroll up.
Jump in the chat and say hi,
R2,
everybody.
R3, Lock and Nut is here, my Van Halen brother. All right, if you're just getting here, say hi to us. Papa Blue, good to see you.
Yeah, Papa Blue. How's it going, brother? Thank you for
Yeah.
coming on. Yeah.
All right.
Did you say
Now,
hi to Ryan?
yep, Ryan Hall.
Okay, cool.
Right on. Okay. So, Keith, before we introduce these guys, I want to play their intro video. So, kids, get ready.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love hearing this.
All right. And type a 1 in the chat if you can see and hear this. Okay. All right, Keith. All right. Everybody see that?
Oh yeah.
All right, Keith, you're my ears here. All right,
Punch
here
it,
we go.
Martha. Do it.
Look at all the people here tonight. I am a victim of the sciences, a child of the storm. Whoa, yes. girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Basic kills, oh yeah. Running with the devil. Run here, yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on. Mitch on drums, Trey on guitar, Jay Turner on bass, and Binny on vocals. Welcome, dudes.
Hey.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, man.
Good
What's
to be
up?
here.
Freaking wailing.
Right on.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
How you doing, man? Welcome.
Thank
you for having us.
Yeah, dude. It's good to see you. Good to meet you guys.
Yes, sir. You as well.
Yeah, good
Right
to be
on.
here. Good to be here. Thank you for sharing our video for everybody to see.
Yeah, dude. It's a great video.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys are local to me here in North Carolina. You're out of Winston, Salem. We kind of know Jay here. Jay's a friend of the show, Jay Turner, right there.
Yeah. There he is.
Jay.
There he is.
Yeah.
We all know. Jay, how you doing, dude?
Doing good.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man. Glad to be here.
Right on, dude.
So happy to get you guys finally on here, man. Oh, God. Long time coming. Long time.
Cool.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Yeah,
I like-
so we want to ask you guys, where did this band start?
Trey, you want to tell the story?
Well, I have to start with Mitch and myself first. We met ultimately because of the 1984 album. I could play Hot for Teacher, and I couldn't find a drummer to play it on the planet. And someone had said that this guy, Mitch Hull, could play it. And I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. Turned out he could. And so Mitch and I played more on than off since 84. And I mean, he just loved Van Halen, of course. And then, I don't know what, 2020, I guess it was, or into 2019, I was approached by Benny's friend about joining a Foreigner tribute band. And I just was electric guitar. So I'm like, okay, but I wasn't like, oh, Foreigner. I mean, I like them, don't get me wrong. Just not my ultimate thing. And anyway, so I'm starting to do that. And then I meet Binny. Of course, he'd met me a couple of times. I think I might have met him, but he'd come and heard me play. And so we got to meeting each other. And he's just, if you know Binny, he's energetic. He's got that raw thing. Sure. So I went to see his band play because I'd never heard him sing that I knew of. And I stayed for one song. They opened up with Feel Your Love Tonight. I'm like, hell, we're out. And so the next day I saw him, I was like, fuck this foreigner thing. Let's do Van Halen. And
Right on.
it was recruiting.
Yeah.
Now, Mitch and I go back to 2000, into 2013, 2014. There was another Van Halen tribute in the area that I was already playing with, and our drummer left. So I was referred to Mitch, and Mitch graciously played with us in 2014. We did 5 shows, and it went very well. And then that band ended, and I waited patiently for another Van Halen tribute to find me. Yeah.
Yeah, when Trey started talking about the Van Halen band, I said, who are we going to do? Who are we going to get that can sound like Michael Anthony, that can sing that high harmony? Right. And of course, Mitch had been in the band with Jay, and he said, I've got the guy. I had never met Jay, didn't know who he was, but when I heard him sing, I was blown away. He is truly a Michael Anthony clone. He makes me sound good. And I tell him that at every show. But, Trey and I had been in bands back in the 80s that were putting out our own albums and stuff. And we were in the same town, but we never really crossed paths. But I heard about this bass player. And I knew this certain bass player was really good. And I said, I've got to go see this guitar player that's playing with this certain bass player. Well, I went and saw Trey Childress for the first time and was completely blown away. And, of course, when he does his solos, he will play Eruption and, of course, throw in other things, too, with Joe Satriani and Steve Vai and everything. And, then when I had the opportunity to be in this type of group, he's a master guitar player. And it shows. It's unbelievable. It's just we were very fortunate to be able to get this group of people together, and it works. It works.
Yeah. Right.
That was one thing I was going to ask. How's you guys' chemistry? Did you guys have to work through that, or was it automatic?
I'm still learning to like the motherfuckers.
Once they learned to put up with me, everything was fine.
Exactly.
But because I'm wide ass open.
Hey, I'll tell you a good story about Binny, though. This is a good side note.
Tell it.
This is going to be on the internet forever, so.
Go ahead and tell the truth.
Telling the truth. So, I mean, Binny, I was managing a music store there, so we're going to rehearse down in the basement. Mitch and Jay have never met Binny. We've had some good times out here at my place. He shows up and he's a little nervous. So I guess, to get over his nerves, he was drinking a few alcoholic drinks. And I'm kind of thinking, boy, you're maybe a little fucked up to be doing the first audition, practice, whatever you want to call it. So we get started, and Binny, well, I guess he had a big buzz. Let's just tell it like it is.
Yes, he did.
He was falling down. He was not remembering words. 100% David Lee Roth style, but we needed to see, sober Dave. About 4 or 5 songs, I said, man, just sit down. We're going to play, and you just shut up and sit down. And no lie did. And, man, so they leave, and I'm like talking to Jay and Mitch. I'm like, man, he can really do it. I'm sorry. Poor hour and a half. I think it was like a Sunday. I'm like, man. So, I begged him to let's try it again. And, it's a funny story.
It is a funny story. And listen, the only reason that I was able to have a second chance was because Trey knew. Because the other guys, if it hadn't have been Trey saying, hey, I know this guy can do it, they would have said no from the very beginning. And I had been in bands my whole life and had never, ever done an audition like this in my life. It was comical. My daughter had to come pick me up and carry me home. But it was true David Lee. I showed them the real David Lee Roth, And then I said, now I'm going to come back the second time and show you that I can sing like David Lee Roth. So, yeah, we got some really great stories. And that's one of them. That's one of them.
Yeah.
I forgot the fucking words a moment, huh?
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. That happens every now and then too, and that goes right
Every
along
night.
with David Lee Roth. You know,
Yeah.
I'm in on that. Oh Lord, I grew up with the songs, know all the songs, but in the heat of the moment, everything's so wide open. I might chinch a line every now and then, but I make it believable. Make it believable.
Yeah.
The real experience. That's what we give you.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got you guys. Let me see if I've got it. Yeah, so I've got your upcoming schedule right there, starting in February.
oh yeah.
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 Yeah, it's going to be a good show. The Millennium.
Yeah, that's a first class 5-star venue right there. Look it up. It's unbelievable venue. It's one of the best in the area.
Right
And
on.
Zeppelin and Van Halen. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a Led Zeppelin tribute band opening for us that's from this area.
Wow.
And they're unbelievable. Their name of their band is Lead Neck. Great group of guys. They come out and watch us play. But yeah, it's an incredible lineup. This will be our first time doing a show with them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right on. Let me ask you guys this kind of individually, and I guess we'll start over with Mitch. Tell us how you got into drumming, Mitch.
Oh boy. Well,
I want to hear this.
I mean, I've done it all my life. So it started, was probably around 3 years old. And I would beat on the foot cushions that my grandpa had. Like he had this black foot cushion that had more of a bass tone. And then he had this ugly brown one that it had a higher pitched sound. So, I would sit and play along to Hee Haw people and anything that was on TV. And then I finally got a set when I was around 5. And by the time I was 6 or 7, I was playing a whole lot of stuff. I was, everything from Elvis to Diana Ross to whatever. I mean, because the backstory to this is my parents owned a record shop and a radio station. And so they brought me every song that came in. So I had the top 100 every week, and I would just I'd throw the 45s on my spindle and just play everything. And so, I mean, to me, I just thought, well, I need to learn every song there is if I want to do this. So I just learned every song in the house, and I would just play 4 to 5 hours every night. And then when I was 11, I got in a band, and a couple of bands later is when I met Trey. And so, yeah, we had the Van Halen thing going on. And so that was really cool to meet him and find somebody that could play all that stuff and way more. I mean, me and Trey's played a lot of stuff through our years. But we used to just play through any album. Sometimes we just pick an album and play through the whole album at practice just for the fun of it. It'd be like, hey, Van Halen 2, let's do it. Just go through it. And so yeah, Trey's been a lot of fun with that. Love him to death. So,
we all do.
So, yeah, I mean, a little backstory. I don't know how I was really into Elvis. That was a big thing too. And when I was 5, I was an impersonator. My dad got me into that because he would MC beauty pageants around North Carolina and Virginia and South Carolina. And so at age 5, I started doing Elvis impersonations, opening up beauty pageants. And so I would come out and do like 3 songs and hand out scarves to the girls. And, I did that till I was about 9, because at that point I was into Kiss, and, Kiss and Elvis weren't merging. And so, but during that time I was on stage with Elvis twice. He saw me in the crowd because my dad had great seat calls. They were big fans, and owning the radio station, we were usually just like 5 or 6 rows back center. And so, of course, he puts me in my suit, and Elvis sees me and brings me on stage. And that happened 2 years in a row.
Wow.
So,
Yes.
crazy
Yes.
childhood story, you know. But
Which
yeah,
Elvis
and,
were you? Were you the
I
68
was the
comeback
real
special
skinny.
Elvis?
I was the skinny 4 foot tall one.
You don't
I've
have your
seen-
picture close by, do you, Mitch?
I've seen those pictures. We'll try to
do.
get them and show them before we leave. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'll grab it in a minute.
Cool.
So
Mitch, don't you have one of his scarves? Didn't he give you one of his?
I have 2. He gave me one each year, so I have 2.
Nice.
They both
Yeah.
have a huge sweat stain on them, and one has like 4 spots of blood on it because his finger was bleeding when he pulled it off his neck. And you can see it in the picture that I'll show. If you zoom in, you actually see where his finger was bleeding, and he said it was because the crazy women in the front row grabbed his hand and his ring cut him. And
Holy.
I just
so
saw
yeah, I can open those scarves up now, and they still have the sweat stain and the blood stains on the one. But
Yeah. Wow.
yeah.
Jeez.
But anyway, yeah, that
What
was
a
a
great
crazy
one.
childhood story.
Yeah.
But I just kept on drumming and then just touring and just I just do it a lot. So it's a lot more, but I'll save you.
You've drummed your
Do a
whole
show
life
just on
though,
Mitch.
Mitch, right?
Yeah, it's just a daily thing, I play I've got 4 shows this weekend. I play all the time. So played with
Wow.
Trey last week with a buddy of mine that we used to have a band called the Mulligans, and he came down to visit from Maryland where he moved to, and so me and Trey was shredding with me last Friday night.
Right on.
Mitch, do you have just the one kit, or do you have multiple kits?
Oh, I've got many.
Okay.
I-
That Diver Down kit is badass, man.
Yeah, I was like, it'd be nice to get a Lugwood kit, obviously.
Yeah.
But the only double bass kit that I had was these Yamahas that I had in the 90s that I toured with, and they're huge. So I thought, well, the only thing I think I could do is take these red ones and stripe them up like Diver Down, and maybe eventually get a chrome kit. But when you try to replicate Alex's kits, it's like, good God, what are you going to do? Like, I would love to have the Diver Down on the back of the album, one of the ones you show with the black and white striped. That'd be awesome. But, I'd need a semi also. So,
Yeah.
and I don't know what venue, it would be limited venues I could bring that into. But,
You need
that
a
was
stage twice as big just for the kits.
just for me. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I striped those up, and I thought that was pretty cool. Best I could do to make it Van Halen-y. So,
Nice.
but
Yeah. Right on. So you're in bands now as well, right?
Yeah, I play in several things. Been recording all week. We're in the studio this week. I'm finished with the drum tracks, but the band's in there.
Yeah.
That's a band called Soften the Glare. It's like an instrumental fusion rock crazy instrumental band. This with Mudvayne's bass player and Bon Lazaga from Gong. So some crazy stuff. So
Right.
yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Yeah, Mitch is a professional. He plays drums for a living. He is living the dream.
You call it, yeah. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Yeah.
Trey was showing us some of his guitars before the show in the green room. So Trey, when did you start playing, my brother?
Probably around 9 or 10. My brother had an acoustic guitar, and I'd play it when he wasn't watching because he was typical big brother ass. So wouldn't let me play his guitar, and I just kind of would string like everybody, the kind of thing. And then I will never forget one of the guys that was in my band for the longest time. Mitch knows him well. Rob McCann, his daddy couldn't play guitar, but he showed me this. And man, I was hooked because I just had enough sense to know that could move around. So then every rock song in the world, you know, that kind of stuff. And so I wanted an electric guitar bad. So I got one by 11 years old. I got an old KSG copy and a little bitty amp. And man, I started a band right away and started playing gigs. Was writing original music then. It wasn't good, but you know, was writing original music. We put out an 8-track tape. I didn't have my license. I was like 15 years old. And the only
Dionysus.
No, this was Illusion.
Oh.
Yeah. And we only did it because we needed a PA. And so I was like, well, damn, if we sell 100 8-track tapes for $8 a piece, $800 will get us a PA. And he did. So from there on, then soon thereafter, that's when I met Mitch. I met Mitch when I was 18 years old. But I played in the band since I was 11.
Right on. Right
Trey,
on.
Trey, tell them about where you went to school out in California.
I went to Grove School of Music out in Los Angeles. It was a jazz school, you know, what is really 100% jazz. But at that time, everybody was going to EIT, and I thought about that too. It was the same amount of money, but I thought I just didn't want to go to school to play rock guitar. I knew how to play rock guitar. Hell, I knew how to play guitar. I just didn't know. I couldn't tell you what I was doing. You know, not that that's important to anyone or everyone. It's an individual thing. I learned everything by ear, and I still do, honestly. I mean, I'm just quicker that way. But I wanted to be able, if I played this chord, to tell you it was a C major 7. Hell, prior to that, I'd just say it was a fancy C. You know, I'd played the chord. And that was my language. And I knew that I wanted to play guitar for a living, and you have to speak the language a lot of times, and I couldn't. So going into that jazz school, I mean, I was like, you talking about not wanting to play my guitar. God, man. I mean, these cats over here just, you know, every chord in the world going by at 100 miles an hour. I'm over here could play Eruption. Big deal, you know. So it was a great experience. And I, you know, lived out in Los Angeles. That was great. So, yep, good times.
How long were you out there?
A couple of years, 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the late
part of LA?
Came back here.
What part of LA did you live in? What part of LA were you living in at the time?
I was in the valley, Van Nuys, deep in the heart of the valley, where all the points were made.
Oh my God.
Hey, no lie, my next door neighbor, she was a porn star. Found that out within about 3-4 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Trey. So I see you got a bunch of Van Halen, and you know your Van Halen was and you're our age. Was Van Halen your number one as a kid?
When 78 came out, that became my number one for sure.
Right on.
Prior to that, Led Zeppelin loved, and I still love Led Zeppelin. I was a big Nugent fan. I was a big Kiss fan. Those were my main ones. Nugent was a rock and roll guitar player. I dug his stuff, especially the Double Live Gonzo album. God, I just ate that a lot. And I loved Aerosmith. I can remember buying Aerosmith Rocks and Kiss Destroyer on the same day. Man, it took every fucking penny I had.
Yeah.
But I had to have both of them, you know.
It's a hell of a double purchase there. Wow.
Yeah, it was. But no, once I heard, my sister actually, I never heard any Van Halen. My sister came, my older sister, she turned me on a lot of good stuff, and she was driving an old 78 Monza in 78 and rolled up to visit and said, "You think you've heard good guitar players? Come out here and check this out." So we jump in the Monza, and I hear Running with the Devil, and I'm like, that's cool as shit. But I wasn't blown away by that guitar. The tone was, but you know, that solo's, yeah, it's a good solo. It just wasn't like, woo, wow. But of course, we know what comes next, and I'm like, holy shit. Immediately, No, I got to practice my ass off, as did everybody else that played good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Game changer.
Yes.
Immediate
Absolutely.
game changer, 100%.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
That before, nothing like it.
Right on.
Everybody did one of two things. They either just dropped their guitars and said, I give up, or they were like, I got to learn better.
Yeah.
That's right. You either woodshed or you just died off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me growing up, I first started playing drums as a kid, and one of my sisters, her boyfriend, bought me gave me one of his old kits, and when I heard Eruption, I was just like, okay, enough of this. I want to jump around and play guitar, kind of like what Eddie said,
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh man, we
Mhm.
lost drummers when Eruption come out. I didn't know that.
I still stick around a little bit.
That's the first.
but-
That's the
Yeah,
first.
yeah. I thought the drum machines killed us.
Let me give a shout out while I see in the chat we have a birthday in the house
Yes,
today.
yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. There she is.
Yeah.
Annalise Turner. Happy
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Annalise. We love
Right
you.
on.
Happy birthday, sweetie.
That's
Yeah.
Jay's wife, if anyone doesn't know.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
And I hope Jay took care of her like the queen she is.
He
How many
did.
years? How many years, Jay?
Don't be telling that.
I think we're at
Never ask a woman her age.
34.
Wow.
34.
You guys have been
That's
together
so
34 years? Nice.
Yeah.
But you're only 29. How can that happen?
See, there you go. All right. So Jay, while we've got you, where did your bass playing start at?
On a regular 6-string guitar, actually. I started playing guitar. Me and one of my cousins got together with a buddy of his from school that played drums, and this was, I guess I was in the 8th or 9th grade, somewhere in there. And we were jamming around, doing what Trey said, the little 1-string tunes. And all of a sudden, my cousin said, "We need somebody to play bass." So I said, "Okay, I'll do it." And I was a big, like Trey said, Kiss, Gene Simmons back then. So we went to the little local music store, bought a little cheap Kent bass and a little amp, and that's how all that got started.
Right on, dude.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. So
And,
so when did you played all your life? Were you in bands as a kid?
Yeah, I guess I was, teenager, probably 15, 14, well, probably 15, going on 16 when I finally got in a little garage band and we played parties and things like that. And
Yeah.
when I went to college, I met a guy that played songs. And matter of fact, I was sitting in my dorm room up at UNCG, and first week I was in the dorm, I kept hearing somebody playing Unchained. I was like, "Where's that coming from? It's not the record; it's somebody's playing it." So he was in the room directly above me, 3rd floor. I was on the 2nd floor. So I stood in the doorway and was like, "This guy's playing Unchained." So I grabbed my bass and my amp and brought it to school, and we jammed down in the basement a little bit. And then years later, I moved out to Vegas and played in some little bands out there, and got homesick, came back home, and didn't play for a long time. And I was working for IBM, and they put together a little band and got me playing again. And then I think I was working at IBM at the time. I heard of a local Van Halen tribute, and I was like, man, that'd be cool to play with those guys. And I started going to see them. Eventually, the bass player said he was about ready to quit, and so they gave me a shot.
Of course you. Of course you got.
Yeah. So then I met Mitch, and then like I said, that band didn't last too much longer after Mitch joined. Not because of Mitch playing, it's just the band. The band had already been together for a long time. Matter of fact, we had a little reunion show about a couple of months ago that was really fun. Had about 3 of the old drummers, and the old bass player came, and we had a good time one night, just reminiscing and jamming. Really fun. But this Van Halen band is my favorite so far. It's can't ask for any better individuals to come together.
Yeah.
So you guys have been together, what, 4 years now?
We got together
No.
pandemic, right? We did one show before the pandemic, right, Trey?
Right.
Two shows.
2 shows.
Two.
Yeah, we were scheduled to play at another venue called the Ramcat in Winston-Salem, which was a huge venue. And then the day of the show, we had to make a call because
No.
go
The government made the call. They shut it all down April 13th.
March 13th.
March 13th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Closed it down. Everything was closed. Bars, clubs, you name it.
Yeah. So that
And we were even advertised on the radio for that show. First time I'd ever been advertised on the radio.
And that kept us back a whole year. A whole year. We did not get. We had just gotten together, and that took a whole year away from us. And it wasn't like I was getting any younger.
Yeah.
Played a handful of shows outside. Remember?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Binny. The question, the big question is, how does one become the Toastmaster General in a badass Van Halen tribute band, dude?
Well, I think what it is you've got to have a super personality. I've always been, since I was a small child, wide ass open. You've got to be able to show emotion. You've got to be able to draw the crowd into you and make them feel the energy that you're trying to portray. Look, I'm the lucky guy. I am so fortunate to be with this group of musicians. But what I bring is energy, which you've got to have out with. If you're portraying David Lee Roth, you got to have that. And of course, everybody from the very beginning, are you going to jump off the drum riser and do a split? No, couldn't do that when I was 25. But I do this. I will do my best and always try to give respect to the band and try to give it. We want it to sound like the album. We want people to hear us like they're hearing it when they were young. And so I guess that's how I got this gig, man. It's working out.
Looks like it, dude.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you fit the role perfectly, bro.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. I'm very fortunate.
And his scream is getting better and better every show.
yeah. And we try to play it just like spot on. I mean, we give it obviously it's live. So we make it live and listen to their live stuff. And of course, we went to the shows like you guys did too, so we know what the Van Halen live was versus studio and whatnot. But as far as like when I play the solos, I try to play them just to like pretty much exactly right. I don't feel like there's any liberties with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear someone do an Eddie Van Halen sort of like, or, a bit of Eddie and a bit of them. I mean, no disrespect to anyone that way, but if I go by myself, I'll play something else. But with this group, I play it by the numbers. You know, I just
he played pretty good ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I always tell people. I mean, I know that I bring energy to the show and I will get you involved. But when I tell people about our band, I say, listen, I'm telling you to come see it. But what I really want you to come see is the band that I'm playing with, because these musicians are masters at their craft. And when they play the notes, it's exactly like the album goes. I mean, it's just, sometimes, and we don't even practice. And I've never been like this.
Don't tell him
I'll
that.
tell you this.
show.
How good y'all are. Listen, this is what I'm told. Trey will say, okay, you learn this song, and when we come to play, be ready. Be ready. And hey, it puts you on the spot, and you've got to know what you're supposed to do and have your timing down. And, people, Van Halen has some weird stuff going on, especially David Lee Roth. He has a different way that he approaches things when he sings. And, but yeah, I'm so grateful. Trey, Mitch, Jay, and when you hear Jay hit the background vocals, I swear to you, I feel like I'm on stage with Van Halen. Period. That's how I feel about it.
Right on.
Nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget how good they are until I'm on stage with them and say, well, damn, this really does sound good. It does sound like Van Halen. Look.
Me and Trey been playing together a long time.
Look at that picture.
Look at that.
Hang on a second. Let me.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see that. Oh, look at that.
Right on.
Yeah.
How old were you there, Trey? How old were y'all there?
That's probably what, 85, 86?
Yeah, I tell you, 20.
I see. I've got electronic drums with all my other drums. So yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that was that set right there. Oh
Wow.
man, Mr. B. No, we was in a band called Mitchell River Band, but I always laugh because our background was MRB and it looks like Mr. B. Anyway. Oh, do you want to see this? Check it out. Here's that.
Oh yeah.
The Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
I've never seen that, Mitch. Wow.
Elvis in Greensboro.
Yeah.
God, you were touching Elvis.
Jumpsuit Elvis. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tell him
With
what he
the
called
cape.
you, Mitch. Tell him what he called you.
What, he called me?
Yeah, you said my name is Mitch Hull, and he said,
Oh yeah, he said, well, okay, so your name's Mitchell. What's your last name? But I mean, my name is Mitchell, but it's Mitchell Hull. Yeah. But remember, I said the blood was on that scarf. If you can see his. I can get that on there. Look at that ring right there.
"Oh, good Lord, it's
You see all the blood coming
mangled."
off his finger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hard to see.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, and that he was handing me that scarf at that time, and
Wow.
I had the scarf on from the year before, and but
how
anyway,
far along?
I brought that up because we talked about it earlier. So there it is.
I always
Me
told
and-
you what we could do.
Me
is
and
we could
EP.
take that scarf and do it just like that Jurassic Park stuff. DNA, shit.
I know. Hey, funny thing. People ask me like, "Do you ever get butterflies before you go on stage?" I'm like, "Nah, I lost that with Elvis."
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
it was probably
Yeah.
25,000 at Greensboro Coliseum, and here I am, and all I see were camera flashes, and then he said, "Go out there and shake your leg for a little bit," and so I went out there, and he fell on his back laughing, and that was on the front page of the Greensboro paper. There's him on his back laughing, and me in the front with the microphone shaking my leg.
Nice.
Anyway, but
Yeah. Downhill from there, right? From there on.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I never digged into my whole Van Halen story. Me and Trey, did our after 84, but I had seen him at the record shop, because we would have to alphabetize the albums every night. So I would go through every album and I'd see that first album and so forth. And I heard a lot about them, but sadly, it took Diver Down to get me there. When I saw that, I had heard them, but when I saw that and saw the kid on the back, I got that, and then that was it. It's like I backtracked and learned every song, and that was my life for a while. Was just playing all those songs. So when 84 came out, I was sitting at my dad's record shop waiting on the delivery. So, but anyway.
Nice. Right.
But that was, I only talked about Elvis and all the other ones a minute ago, so I thought I need to at least say, I was into Van Halen.
Yeah.
And Trey's
Let me ask you guys.
Trey's got my David Lee Roth. Where's my David Lee Roth thing?
It's back there.
It's back there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not, but I'll get close.
I've got a really cool David Lee Roth poster that was at the store for the promotion of Van Halen 2.
I'll show you. It's kind of
and
hard.
Trey has been babysitting it for what now, 25 years?
Oh,
I take good care of it.
I know you do. I know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
so I got to ask you guys this question. Each one of you, what's the one song that always get your arm hair jumping when you guys are performing it live?
I love playing punk.
Oh man,
Atomic Punk, nice.
I like that.
I think one of my favorites is Light Up the Sky, Romeo Delight.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't
all
know.
of them.
I know what
All
Binny's
good.
gonna say.
What do you think I'm going to say? Tell me.
Love.
If it ain't Women in Love, then
Well, I love Women in Love. I feel like I duplicate that better than the others. I love the intro. I love the tapping that Trey does. I love the vocals, the backing that Trey and Michael Anthony Turner do in that one is unbelievable. But this is what music does to me. It raises my arm hairs if it is, at that level. Like every time, even to this day, when I hear Eruption, the hair on my arms rise. And so, but to be in this band, for me, and Mitch will tell you this, we will start the show and we will be in the middle of any song. And I'll walk back in front of him and stick my arm up like this. And you can't see it, but my hairs are raised right now thinking about it. But I'll look at Mitch and just go, dude, this is electric. What we're doing is on fire. What we do, it is electric. There's no question about it. I know it when I'm on stage and the energy is popping off full blast. So, but Women in Love is my number one. But other than that, the whole thing sets me on fire. Period.
Yeah, to me it can be the moment. It can be like if we're in the moment with the crowd too. Like so that my favorite song could change every night, honestly. It could be whatever the one that like had something special or because I love them all. So it's like
we have a question from the chat. Christopher Live Sowell wants to know what does the set list look like?
Tell him, Jay.
Does it
Jay
stay the same? Does it change? Is it negotiable?
Oh Lord, I'm the set list.
Non-negotiable, Jay?
Oh no, we're always talking about. It's like,
hey, we got to give a shout out to Jay. We got to give a shout out to Jay for his background that he's got going on here. Way to go, buddy. That's awesome.
No, dude.
over here.
Yes,
That thing's badass. I love it. Yeah.
I like the Jack Daniels thing too.
Yeah, I like
of course.
that rotating sign.
But that thing you've got going, dude. Wow.
Yeah. His
It's called
screensaver kicks ass.
It totally keeps you interested.
It's a slideshow.
I see.
Show the picture, Jay.
Show
Hey,
the
there
picture.
I am. Hey, there's
what
me.
picture?
I don't know.
What are you
And
talking
Lisa
about?
saying show the picture. What picture?
I have no idea.
But anyway,
It's your-
Jay,
it's your wife.
Tell them about the set list. Tell them about the set list.
Read off the set list for the show coming up.
Do I have it?
I hope you do.
Put me on the spot here.
If anybody does, you do, Jay.
Right.
That's right.
But we do change it all the time, and we like to dig in to the deeper ones. I mean, I've not heard many guys playing, like Secrets, which we love to play. Push Comes to Shove, man, that's a deep cut. That's when you really sort out your diehards. And I love when we play those songs and you look out in the audience and you find the 3 or 4, or maybe there's 10, I don't know, but they're singing along with that song. Those are the guys you really go back to the end of the show and say, thanks for coming. Because they're nothing against the other people, but you get so many people that come in, they know Jump, they know You Really Got Me, Ain't Talking About Love, Running with the Devil. They're pop culture people. They're not Van Halen fans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
DOA. Hey, man, thanks for playing DOA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the set list, or that's half of it.
That's half
only
of it.
That's some good stuff.
Oh
It is.
my goodness, yeah. There you go.
Drop Dead Legs. You don't hear many Van Halens doing that one.
No.
Now, here we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Listen to that. I'm the One.
Yep.
That guitar intro to I'm the One is incredible.
Yeah.
That's another one that'll send chills up and down your spine.
We didn't even have little guitars on this list.
Yeah.
Hey, Trey,
Okay,
do you have
yeah,
the
fix
yellow double deck for that?
I
The
do.
Secrets?
No, I don't. I'd like to have it.
That's what Jay's
Have
got
Les Paul for the little
in the
guitars.
background slideshow.
Nice.
See it?
Yeah, after seeing the list, Secrets is one of my faves. I gotta say, Secrets.
Uh-oh.
Secrets cool.
We got the
Uh-oh.
little bass for the little guitars.
Oh,
It don't look
Yeah.
little when you put it right up in the screen.
Oh.
though.
There.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it got smaller.
That'll be full size for me.
And
Because I'm tiny. I'm 5'3". So that thing will be full size for me.
get the little Les Paul, little baby.
Jay, go ahead and show them. Show them.
yeah.
What am I
Yeah.
showing them?
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna
Jay,
keep it right here,
Let's see the
dude.
bases,
Yeah.
Jay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep.
Check
Show us your
it. Check
bases.
it.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
full list.
There you go.
Yes.
Ultimate badass right there. That's
Yeah.
badassery at its finest.
Screen that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
It's 24
yeah.
fret, and I'm not much of a 24 fret guy, and so I'm looking to have a 21 fret made.
Nice.
Because one's not enough.
No.
Well, I'll put that one up for sale. And there's my Yamaha.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I've had this since 1982. It was a high school graduation gift.
Wow.
And it's not really scratched up like Mike's. I just took a black crayon because I didn't want to scratch mine up for real.
Oh man, you shouldn't have gave it away. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
why not?
I
Why
didn't.
not?
So it's
I could not
badass.
tell.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Show that strap as well. Yeah. Look at that.
That's my replica Mikey strap.
Oh, that's spot on, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Spot
That's
freaking
pretty
on.
close. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
And let's see. I think I brought one.
Oh
more
yeah,
out.
he's got more. He's got more.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
got
you
more.
do.
so the new one.
The
Oh,
new
yeah.
one.
This is the one. This is my favorite. The blood base.
Yeah,
Look at that.
blood splatter. Yeah, WDFA, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look
Oh,
at
That's-
Oh yeah.
Right on, Jay.
we don't fuck around.
Right on.
Yeah.
And it's not a Charbel, it's a Hamer.
That's okay, man. That is so badass, though. Oh
Yeah,
my
it is.
goodness gracious. Jeez.
It took Jay a year to get that painted.
I can understand why. Just getting that splatter down is freaking insane.
The guy did an incredible job.
You did.
Holy crap.
There's actually
Man,
there's a YouTube video with this on it.
That's harder to do than Frankie.
Yeah, for sure.
He did a really good job. He's out of Chattanooga.
But he didn't get that D right, did he, Jay?
I got it right.
I know you did, but that's what this. Jay gets it back, and we're all like, "Hell yeah, that is awesome." He's
Jay,
like,
thanks for showing those bases, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bravo, man.
God damn.
Bravo. Hell yeah.
The clap track.
Somebody wanted to know about your Frankenstein, Trey, about
Yeah.
the
We got it. We got to
story
get it to
behind
Trey's
your
room
Frankenstein.
Oh,
Oh, let's see.
what's the backstory on it, Trey?
It's not a big story. You know, I bought this thing off eBay in early 2000, way before anybody was replicating these things. As far as its origin goes, it came from Las Vegas, is what I know, from a woman who didn't know a whole lot about it at all. I bought it for a song. Even then, I mean, I think I paid $800 for the guitar.
Wow.
And this one is, you know, it's not the EVH art, Charbels, none of that. Nothing wrong with those things. But this thing, if I can get it in there, it is so correct in every little detail. It's you got the quarter, got everything.
Took a while to find that quarter, didn't it?
It
Those
sure did.
Apparently, they're not easy to find.
No,
Yes, Tony, he's got a couple.
I've got a half a dozen now. I've been looking. But
when you find them, keep them when you find them.
yeah, oh yeah, and my two sons, they look for them also, so they find them once in a while. But yeah, this thing, man, when it came to me, I was freaking out because I bought it. You know, of course, I mean, outside of two pictures, there was only two pictures, and it just looked that good. I was like, damn, I want that. I bought it, and she literally just wrapped the case, not the entire case. She just wrapped the middle of the case with cardboard, and I went and picked it up at the post office going, oh, God, you know, I've been screwed. Got it home, opened it up. I said, oh, shit, this is a real deal. It weighs a ton, and it's got that sound. It's got the brown sound for sure. So it's been with me a long time. Then when we got together and I needed a drop D, because, you know, I told you, Tony, earlier, I'm not going to put that drop D on the Frankenstein because from 78 to 84, that didn't exist. So I'm going to keep it real, you know?
Right.
So I got to have a backup for drop D. And it's this one, of course. What else would it be? Bumblebee.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
And Binny's son painted this thing.
Nice.
He knocked it out of the park. First guitar I think he ever painted, wasn't it, Binny?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's so right and so good. Yeah.
That is spot on. Got the
Nice.
color match perfectly with the school bus yellow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I went over to his house when he was first putting that together, and just those taping lines, all of that, the cutting he had to do. It was, he really, Binny, my son's name is Binny also. He took some time with that and was so proud of it. And of course now, you know, his paint work gets to be seen on stage all the time. And since then, he's painted other guitars because of that. I mean, he's a painter. He paints cars and motorcycles and all of that. But that was, and Trey, show him the other guitar that he did. He did another one, and he's getting ready to do the white guitar from the second album. But look at this one that he did.
First album.
Yeah, look at this one. He did that.
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Even that little
Dan Electro headstock.
yes.
Yeah. Hey, do us a favor and flip that thing around, because I want to know how he got the back done. There are so few pictures of the back of the Star guitar.
You're going to be very disappointed in this.
We decided not to do the back.
Yeah, I was taking it easy on him and my wallet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a very smart move, though. Very smart move, because so many people are just
the front of that guitar was enough. That little bitty,
right?
I don't know if it's a gremlin or whatever, you know, at the very top.
Well,
alien. Yeah.
I have heard you say.
Huh?
I have heard Keith say that there are very few pictures, and no one really knows what the back of that thing looks like anyway.
Exactly. I certainly don't. I've never seen a back picture of it.
Yeah, I think I've seen like maybe a handful of pictures of it. I know on the back of it, it says UBAB2, UBAB TWO, which stands for ugly, black, and bad.
Nice.
No
and
shit.
it's and then it's got all the lines and everything too, and there's a couple of other tribal designs and stuff in there, but very, very few pictures. And if you look at some of Lowe's pictures, you might be able to piece some of it together, but very rarely do you see an entire picture of the entire back.
Yeah.
I'd like parts of it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, there are very, very few of those. Uh-oh. You know what that means?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is the sound. That's the sound. All right. So we're gonna pause and do some nearly impossible Van Halen trivia. How about it? All right. Speaking of 71 quarters, what we're going to play for tonight is $1,000,000 Van Halen bucks.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
$1 million.
And
1 million.
1 million Van Halen dollars.
and your very own 1971 D quarter.
Wow.
In a little sealed pouchy for you.
Yep.
Yeah. But you got to win in order to get that. If you are the winner, there's a email address down below, trivia winners email. Hit me up your name and address, and I will send that out along with some guitar picks and all kind of stuff. Yeah, all kind of guitar picks. Some Main Street guitar picks.
Some of these bad boys. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. We got Main Street guitar picks.
Yeah, we do. I got a couple of them here.
Yeah.
3 or 4. Yeah.
There'll be one of those in there as well for you.
I've got to send you two guys a Main Street shirt, bro.
Thank you, bro. I'd love one.
Yeah. I'm going to get each one of y'all need a Main Street, Roads, one of our shirts. There it is. There it is. See it?
Let me see that. Yeah. Right on, dude.
Trey, nice. Is that the one with the Eddie on the back?
Yes. Yes.
See that?
Oh.
Cool.
Oh.
And then here's the other one.
Yes, there's the
other
one.
Let me show Mitch there.
Let me show him the back.
Right.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Listen, I've got my wife is going to bring a shirt over so y'all can see the back of the other one.
Because I can't.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, they got theirs on, so she's getting one now. I'll have it here in a minute.
Nice. Yeah, dude, I would absolutely love one. Would
absolutely.
Wear it
well, I was
wear that sucker with pride out here. Hell yeah.
I was noticing your Gazzari's t-shirt.
That's awesome.
And Kay, what t-shirt do you have on? Nice.
Van Halen forever shirt. Yeah.
Yes. All right, look here. Look here. Here it is.
I wear Van Halen shirts.
Look here.
I wear nothing else but.
Here's the back of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gone but not forgotten.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's I'll send y'all. So we'll talk later and get your sizes, and each one of y'all get a wonderful shirt from us.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stickers, man. Put stickers on the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send some stickers. We'll send you a couple stickers, some beer koozies. You'll be Main Street. Listen, you'll be in the Main Street fan club.
We are. Yeah.
We already are, man. We already are.
That's right.
Box.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. We got some nearly impossible Van Halen trivia. It's going to be coming at you right now. So get ready to type the first correct answer. Sandra's watching back there for the correct. Keith, you want to keep an eye out too?
Yes, sir.
All right, kids, good luck. January 25th. Nearly Impossible Van Halen trivia. Here we go.
Pills, really.
All right. Van Halen served as the opening act for the Rolling Stones on the final show of the Fair Warning Tour, October 24th, 81, at the Tangerine Bowl in Orlando. Who else was on this bill at that show?
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow.
Woo! Yeah.
Told you. Yeah.
That's not
Somebody's
nearly.
getting ready to get. Hey, somebody's getting ready to ask Siri a question.
No Googling.
Okay, there you go.
No Google.
Good luck. First correct answer that we see is going to be the who else was on that, and that famous shot is on the we all know that shot in
Yeah.
front of all those
Mhm.
people at the Tangerine Bowl. Goodness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I would guess. I've got to guess, but
Really?
This is going to be a tough one. This may take a while.
So Sandra's back there watching. I'm going to pop back
Yeah.
out of here. Yeah, so Van Halen serves the opening act for Rolling Stones on the final show of the Fair Warning Tour in October of 81 at the Tangerine Bowl in Orlando.
I'm with Christopher.
Oh,
I'm with Christopher live solo.
I think we got a winner here.
Wait.
Oh,
okay.
we
The first
do?
name, Christopher.
Already.
No, Christopher put a bunch of stuff.
Who is, I see a winner. God damn, I see it.
Yeah, that was quick.
There it is.
Yeah,
Lenny Lou.
Wow.
good
Oh.
job.
Yeah,
The
the Henry
Henry
Paul
Paul
Band.
All right, good job.
Yeah,
How
Lou.
about me on that one?
Henry don't fuck around.
You almost had it, Ed. Had it backwards though.
I was going to
Yeah.
go. I was going to say Aerosmith, but
Ah,
guess
Where
There
is
is
the
your
Henry Paul
answer.
band now? Is what I want to know.
I would have
Yep,
never guessed Henry
exactly.
Paul because I don't know Henry Paul.
Me either.
exactly.
Man,
that
I
was the
thought
only time I ever heard of them performing.
I was writing them hard tonight.
Yeah,
You
that
were.
was a tough one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
That dude's a real
Congratulations, Lenny Lou. Resend me. She's won here before. Resend me your address, doll. So it's at the top, and I'll send you that stuff out in the morning. Thank you for being here.
Yep. Love to you and
Uh,
Mary, sweetheart. Mwah. Give her a
LD,
kiss.
man.
Right on.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's
thank
such
you
a
for
sweetheart.
tuning in.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, Tony, got to up your game next time now.
I know, man. I can't write these things hard enough.
Man,
Oh, whew.
that was wow. Yeah,
Way too quick. Way too quick.
everybody
I
knew
know.
that.
Shocker.
I know. I think I'm writing them hard each week. Making the comment, ain't nobody gonna get this stuff tonight.
Yeah, I didn't think nobody would get that.
It jumped Mean Street.
Yeah, but no.
Actually, it stumped me too when he was telling me the question yesterday. I was like,
You did
wait a
not-
second. I know it was named after a guy, but I forget the name of it. And all I kept on doing was going back to the T-shirt from the Stones, you know, because it had the dragon with the wings on the back and the big tongue in the front in the stadium. And then on the back, it had all three bands on it. I'm like, oh, God, what was it? What was it?
Ah,
Ugh. Damn.
Yeah.
Good job, Lenny Lou.
yeah, no doubt.
$1 million and a quarter.
Hats
and a quarter,
off
and a
to
quarter. Yeah,
hats off to you guys for being together for 4 years. I always marvel at when you get out of your 20s and you get married and you start having babies and a great big old life. Being in a band at our age, it can be a difficult thing to do,
yeah. That's why I
You're-
limit it to 10 bands. I'm only in 10. That's it. I cut off.
Only
right
10.
there. Yeah. That's it.
Well,
Yeah,
Mitch,
No more bands for you.
Yeah.
Mitch is a different breed of pup, though. This is
Yeah.
his, you know, Mitch's daytime job is playing drums. When he's not playing in a band, he's teaching lessons. I don't know if y'all knew that, but he teaches lessons and he's
Nice.
passing it on to younger kids. And in fact, he has
And
taught
the
my
church band.
he's taught my granddaughter a great deal about drumming, and he's a great teacher also. So you know he's able to do all that. But yeah, the thing about being in a band, and when we were in our 20s, it was like for me, I would work all day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It was practice every night, play out Friday and Saturday, go load the equipment back in Sunday, and start back, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, practice every night. And now, it's just not only, does that get in the way of family life when you get older, but to have the energy
Right.
to just keep that pace up, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And, a lot of bands don't make it because of that, but we've got a good formula, and that's what helps us. That's what helps us.
We
Go
don't
ahead.
see each other often. It works out great.
It does, right? It works out. We just
See you at the
listen.
next show.
I'll tell you what this is like, and I'll tell all my friends. I said, listen, all the bands I've been in before, we practiced a lot. I said, this band is like being in a symphony where they give you the music, and when it's time to come play, we might do a warm up, but you better be ready to play your shit and be ready. So in this band, it's like being in a symphony. We don't need, I'm not saying we don't practice. We just have to learn our shit at home and come prepared as a professional. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, we do get together some.
Well,
occasionally.
once every 2 months.
Yeah.
Once every 2 months.
Especially if we're learning something like a deep cut that we haven't really done.
That we've never done. We'll once every maybe 2 months, which we have not hit a note together in 4 months. But I'm not worried about it. 4 months, you didn't really. October 8th was our last show. Show. And so, February 18th, we're going to be on a huge stage, and we will deliver like we always do. And I just it makes you have to concentrate. So and it is what it is. It is what it is. Come see us. We were playing a show at Ziggy's in High Point a year ago, and there was one of the opening bands. The bass player came over to me after the show and said, y'all did that, and you only practice about, once every 8 or 10 weeks. I said, yeah, that's what it is. So anyway, that's the level. That's the level of these musicians, guys. I mean, that's just the level that they're at, and I had to step in and deliver or not deliver. So anyway,
Yeah.
For me, I feel like it's just that I have more. I'm ready to go more. If we hadn't played lately, it's like So you hit the stage, and it's like you just know this. I know the stuff. Probably my most tense seconds of the night are in I'll Wait because it's on a sample, and I have to make sure I get out of that drum solo right, or things get off. But so far, it's been good.
What were you going to say, Trey?
I said, well, the songs haven't changed since 1978 to 84. We play them like they do them.
Yeah.
If we have an ending, it's usually the Van Halen ending that we saw them do live in one of the shows.
Right.
There's a couple of songs that we had to create an ending for because they didn't perform it. Like Push Comes to Shove.
Right.
They never played that live that I'm aware of. So we came up with an ending for that. But other than that, it's just like dropping the needle on the record to me. It's like I've been playing them all my life, and
Yeah, absolutely. And we've done these songs so much together over these past few years that we know we're supposed to do. So just come out here and do your part, and we all gel together. And that's the great thing about it, man. That's the great. But I do enjoy when we get together in Trey's garage. We usually have a few beers and we just have fun. And actually what happens there
from summertime's best.
His neighbors come out. They bring their little children over. And that's another thing. What I love about this band is a lot of these old Van Halen fans are bringing in their children. I'm talking small children from 5 to 12 years old. When we were playing at Ziggy's, there was a bunch of small kids that came to the show.
You got Mastroudi up on stage. You got Paxton up there. You got Paxton.
Yeah. I listen. One of Mitch's students, his mother came over and said, would you? Because they know I pull small children up on stage, and I get them to dance with me while we're playing, and the look on their faces. And the thing is, these children, they look at us like we're rock stars. I'm not saying we are, but they just can't believe it. And we've created something for them that they will never forget as long as they live, and can guarantee you they know who Van Halen is for the rest of their life. Right. And, to know who Eddie Van Halen is and what he did is incredible. I've gone into restaurants and tried to tell people that are serving us about our band. And what kills me is these young people. I said, have you ever heard of Van Halen? And they're like, well, no, not really. And I'm like, well, who are your parents? What were they doing? What the hell? You don't know who Van Halen is.
Yeah, but you started talking to that little 16-year-old waitress or something, asking her.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course she didn't know who it was. And then Binny's showing her videos of Trey playing. It's like...
it's almost like they're seeing something they've never seen in their life.
Well, they haven't.
Right.
They hadn't.
Yeah.
They're 16.
They haven't. It's not like it. It is. So we're keeping the old music of this, alive. And the thing about it, when this, like I say, the small kids coming, that is what's really cool to me. Is when I see children out in the audience and seeing their eyes get that big and just they're like blown away. They're blown away.
Yeah,
Right
making
on.
that impact on them.
Yes,
It's going to last forever.
Absolutely.
Well, we all had that somewhere, whether it was TV or you actually saw a live. I had a local guitar hero. Growing up, Mitch plays with him every Friday night. But this guy, the bass player actually wound up marrying my oldest sister. And shit, in 1976, I'm just barely playing. And I mean, all I want to do is play guitar. I knew that from day one. And this guy had an album out. They had an album. I'm like, holy shit, my sister's married a rock star. So the guitar player, he was good then. He didn't move past maybe 1976, and no shade thrown. It's just different styles. He didn't get to the other stuff, but I did. And, we're great friends now. And it's funny because I did tell him, I was like, dude, you didn't know, but you were my first hero. I looked up to him. And like you're talking about, it's life-changing moments that you just go, damn, I've got to do that. That's what I want to do,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My life-changing moment when I was 5 years old and I was sitting in my grandmother's bedroom and the Doors came on, and I wasn't, I didn't know who the Doors were, and was I a huge Doors fan, but I saw Jim Morrison come out and sing Light My Fire. So I'm 5 years old. I see this long-haired, curly-haired, black leather pants come out there and just give, that emotion and everything. And I said to myself, that's what I want to do.
You said, "Hey mom." You said, "Hey mom, get me a beer."
Yeah.
And a Quaalude.
It's on. It's on. It's on.
Get me a beer, and it's on. It's on. Get me a beer in the Marlboro. I'm ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was it for me when I saw Jim Morrison. And then, of course, when I was 16 years old, I got to tell you this Van Halen story. This boy named, well, it was down in Georgia. Terry Thorne picked me up in an old Pontiac Tempest and said, I got a band I want you to hear, kind of like the Trey moment. And he popped in this cassette, and I heard Eruption, and I was like, I had never heard anything like it. I'd never heard anybody attack the guitar like that. How is he doing that? What is that like? How did he figure that out? And it was a moment in my life that, and then I realized in ninth grade that I could sing like David Lee Roth. When I was a kid, I would sing along with the songs, and I could, sing with him. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be in a Van Halen tribute band, in 2023. Now, here's a ninth grader loving this music. Everybody's loving it. And here I am singing and playing with the best musicians, that I mean, these guys can play with anybody, And it's just so much fun. And the crowd loves it.
That's the beauty of playing playing in a Van Halen band, because the old adage goes, if you love what you're doing, you're never going to work a day in your life, right?
Absolutely. What's so crazy is we get paid to do what we love to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's locally here. People, around where I live, they're always asking, where are you playing? Where's your next gig? Where are you playing? Where's your next gig? And this Van Halen tribute band is gaining so much ground that people I don't even know. I'll be in the grocery store walking down the aisle, and the stock boy will say, hey, don't you play in that Van Halen tribute band? And I'm like, wow, is that what the real rock stars feel like? So, but that's what it's like on this local level around here. These people are, they know what's happening. We got something going on here.
You wear your stage clothes in Food Line?
Listen, let me tell you this.
That's a dead giveaway.
Oh, Lord.
No, one more story.
Here we go.
Stage clothes. When I wear the stage clothes and don't take them off after a gig and wear them home, I'll pull into a gas station because I want to get home quick. I get out. They think I'm a wrestler.
Or a drag queen.
Yeah, you go.
South Carolina, they always think that,
Yeah, do you remember when we went into that convenience store? This was before the show. We were leaving the motel. We were all in our, giddy up. And I got out to go in and get cigarettes or some, I don't know what I went in to get, but the people in the cars around it, what did they do, Trey?
Oh, they went wild. But they love you. And most of the time they think you're like from the Rock and Roll Express wrestling team or something like that.
What are you normally sporting?
Need to get you
the 81 gear?
I'm usually using the white pants with the red stripe, the white leather gloves. I usually have like on our Mean Street t-shirt with the arms cut out, but then I have this nice shirt that I wear, and you'll see it in some of those pictures on Jay's slideshow. I bought that shirt, and that's my main thing. I have this guy that, and Trey also, all of us, have people that make our clothing for us. I've got a guy that does my pants for me. I just show him the picture. I pay him a lot of money.
Yeah.
To duplicate, like Trey's blue jeans with the leather. that, he's got a certain seamstress that does that for him. I mean, this stuff, we don't make our clothes. We have to have professionals do that.
Man, to put it in perspective, if I went, of course,
I make my clothes.
Yellow jacket for like
Jay, go ahead.
I'll wear that yellow jacket for like 2 songs, because it's just too hot. But then I got the dog shirt and the no bozos and the patched pants,
Yeah.
But if I have the jacket and the shirt and the jeans, I literally have $500 in my outfit. That's outrageous.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, my outfit. If I wear the white pants with the red stripe, the shoes, the shirt, everything is around $800. With everything. So
and then you got the 20 bandanas down the leg too.
Yeah. I don't even count. I'm not even putting that in.
Yeah.
This is
and the knee-high moccasins. Yeah. Oh.
Nice. Let's for those of you who weren't here at first, let's play their video again. How about it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's cue this up here.
Here, Binny.
Say it again.
Get a beer.
I got one right here.
All right, check it out.
Yeah. Check
Look at all the people here tonight. I am a victim of the sciences, a child of the storm. Whoa, yes. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Basic kills, ooh yeah. Running with the devil. Run here, yeah.
Hey, Tony, let it keep going. Let it keep going.
Yeah, I am this time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's a
Little
little
hidden nuggets later.
little
in
hidden
the
at the
video.
end there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot
That's
about
awesome.
that. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yes.
And that,
Right on, dude.
that was like right after we got together, and I think we did a new promo video. you'd be even more amazed. I think we would just come.
Wasn't that the first show though?
That was the
That
very
was the
first
very-
jet,
Yeah, that was the very first show, and
That was our
actually,
very first show. That
and
program.
that's right off the board.
yeah.
There's no studio work
yeah,
there.
and that video was done by Trey's son, Alex Childress.
Right.
Very
He,
nice.
he did a video of the whole show and then did all of the editing. And I mean, he's a professional videographer, you know, and but Alex is the one that made that happen. AC.
That was right off the board, and like I
Yeah.
said, it was
Beautiful work.
our very
Yeah.
first show. I was probably a little nervous being the first show.
And that shirt Jay bought for me and bought it to me. He bought it on eBay. And we were that was like our beginning before we really got all of our clothing truly.
Yeah,
The good clothing made, right, Trey?
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I just
Well,
wore a striped shirt.
We like to dress like them, but we don't wear wigs or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable and respectable, man. Absolutely. Hey, I got to ask you guys a quick question on you, Jay, and on you, Trey, also.
Yeah.
You guys are playing straight through amps and all that. You're not doing like any head rushes or modeling, right?
That video.
I don't.
That video there, I was playing straight through my diesel VH4. If you're familiar with the diesels, I love that. It's my number one amp. But I've since moved to the Kemper. If you're familiar with the Kemper, I would say 95%, if not more, Van Halen tributes are using that Kemper with the top Jimmy profiles because they're outrageous. I mean, they are. It's as accurate as you could ever hope to get, honest to God, on the Eddie Van Halen tone.
Yeah, I agree.
But I use the Kemper. I use the powered version, so I use it like an amp. I can't do the whole powered speaker Monder shit. I've got a 412, behind me pushing air. I've got to have that, So, but
that tone is your tone is spot on though, man. Holy crap!
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's
I want to
unbelievable.
I want to give a shout out to cousin Jody. He's just texted me and said that he's watching us. He's all my boys know him. He's a great drummer too. And he's just saying, great job, man. Love you. Hey, Jody, thank you for watching, brother. We love you.
Yeah, Jody, thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Clap track.
Yeah.
There's
Welcome to
our
Halenville,
friend
brother.
Brendan B. Squared in the chat. Right on, Brendan. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, butt cheeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, Brandon.
Right.
But yeah,
on.
you were talking about Trey's tone. It's like I said again, when we get together for our sound check and we run through a couple songs, just the reality of it, when you've been away from it for 6 weeks and then you see this is exactly what this sounds like. It's a wow moment still for me every time we play. And
I'm sure it is, man.
it is. It is.
As far as I'll just run over a little bass hardware. I started out, a long time ago with Ampeg, had to be Ampeg, and
Right.
I had SVT4 Pro and 810 cabinets, and went from that. I fell in love with SWR.
Okay.
I had their top of the line head and had a couple of Megalias. That was probably Tony Franklin rubbed off on me there for a few years.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. And love that guy. And then I went. Well, I got a SWR preamp that I use and a QSC power amp, and I had fallen in love with these Schroeder cabinets out of California. Guy makes some awesome cabinets. If you never seen them or heard them, you should hear them, because it will shake the nails out of your walls, and they're just really good cabinets. Never had cabinets that could handle any amp I threw at it, and these cabinets deliver night after night. And I'm just
absolutely
fortunate that I met him, and were some local guys here that started using the Schroeder cabinets, and I just couldn't believe it the first time I heard one. So I was like, man, I got to get those one day. So I finally was able to do that. So, and only effects I use is they started I didn't used to do a bass solo. Never really soloed much, just play the songs, but they started egging me into doing a little Michael Anthony. So I do a little Michael Anthony solo. It's kind of like the stuff he did. I guess it was the reunion tour time frame in the 90s, where he would do some stuff that was like, a lot of digital delay stuff, or then he would go into Sunday Afternoon in the Park. So I kind of modeled my little solo after that. And,
and
some
Sunday
people
Afternoon rocks. Sunday Afternoon rocks.
Well, I've searched and searched and searched for some way that how can I make it sound, cool. And I finally found this Boss SY300 guitar synthesizer pedal that I use. And I'm not going to give out my secret of what I do with it, but I'll let somebody else. It took me years to figure this out, to find something that I could use that I thought was good enough to pull it off. So I think it goes pretty well. I enjoy playing that. Mitch is out there with me, so
yeah.
And every night.
Oh, I thought you passed out, Binny.
No, I was texting Jody to say, "Are you still on?" We just did a shout out. That's one thing that he doesn't do is pass out.
Yeah, but there for the last 45 seconds, it looked like it. It just
Jay, what is your number one on stage? Do you have a number one, or does the Jack Daniels and the WDFA make an appearance at each show?
Those are the least appearances.
Really?
It's the Yamaha.
Okay.
The BB 2000.
What do you pull the other ones out for? What song?
Well, I was talking to Mike's brother Dennis, and I was like, "What songs?" The only one I ever remember Mike playing that bloody bass on was "Everybody Wants Some," and that's I think that's the only song that we could remember that he played that bass on. So I'll try to play it on a few more songs once I have it out, but I'll start with "Everybody Wants Some" for the most part. I haven't had the bass, but probably the last couple of shows anyway. So I really just got it back from the painter at the end of the summer. So it was into September and October. Our last couple of shows really I only got to use it for 2 shows so far.
Well then, Jay, which one do you use the Jack Daniels bass on?
Never play.
Yeah, like I said, I try to use that one maybe on Panama would be, since the Panama videos where we all first saw that bass.
Good answer, Jay.
Yeah. You gonna bring it in February? Damn it!
Yeah, I'll bring it.
Please.
Well, Jay, you're not totally. What is it about the Jack Daniels bass? You're just not.
It's I took it to a luthier. Well, I took it to Trey first. He's my first luthier. I take it to, and then
I fucked it.
No, you didn't. So we took it over to the luthier in Winston, very cool guy, and he looked it over and said this bass was.
Tom's Guitar Shop. Give him a shout out.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Tom.
Awesome.
Yes. Absolutely.
According to Trey, he said that it was very well made. Whoever made it knew what they were doing. We put I put an EMG pickup in it that was that the geezer? No, that's not the geezer. The geezers are in the WDFA bass, but the EMG is in there. Music Man style. I'm not really happy with a Music Man style pickup for that bass, so that's another reason I'm wanting to get another one made.
How long have you had that?
Couple of years. I found it on reverb.com. Yeah, it plays excellent. Yeah, it's excellent. The action is great. I mean, it's like Tom said, whoever made it knew what they were doing.
Yeah, that was
right.
well constructed, really well made.
It's not one of those cheap bases from across the ocean that cost $500 or
No.
you know,
Not
it's
even
very
from first
nice.
glance can you tell. Yeah, that is high quality shit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some gourmet shit right there.
Yeah, those two bases are nice, but Jay, that Yamaha, that 82 Yamaha is the
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
Original
I got a
generation
video.
82. Whew.
I have a video on my YouTube. Where I work, I used to travel out to San Fran for about 5 years in a row to work. And I got to meet Jason Becker through a friend of mine that I met who's a big Van Halen fan. He was at NAMM. I think it was the 2019 NAMM, and Michael was there at that one. And he just showed him one of my pictures where I'm wearing the red shirt with the Army ribbons and the Yamaha with that strap. And he showed it to Mike, and he said, "Oh man, you gotta check this out, guys." So he made a little personal video to me that's very cool.
Show the
Oh,
video.
nice.
Show the video.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Video.
Come on, you're an IT guy. You're an IT guy. You can do this.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Show them
Hold
the
up,
video.
hold up,
Come
man.
on, engineer.
I could send the link to Tony. You want me to do that, Tony?
Yeah, you can do that.
Why you guys go ahead and talk
It's
about
pretty
something
cool.
else.
Michael gives
Yeah,
him a
do
shout
that.
out.
It's very short. It's
Yeah,
very
while
short.
he's getting that together, I want to tell you one other thing that Trey mentioned that he and I should get in-ear monitors about a year ago. And let me tell you, listen, Mitch, did it make a difference?
Yeah,
Tell me.
yes, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is this, I run around on the stage. I'm running away from my monitor. I'm thinking I'm singing the note in my head correctly. But of course, I can't hear everything because I'm not in front of my monitor. Right. I'm just hearing the front of the house, but I'm on stage. So we got these nice in-ear monitors, and that was a game changer, wasn't it, for us guys? For me,
it was. But I'm laughing because of the night that you lost yours in the parking lot.
Yeah,
and I happened to have an extra one that I loaned him. It just happened to be I had an extra right bud that would fit.
Was that at DJ's?
Yeah. At DJ's, yeah. And at the end of the night, he's like, "Hey, man, dude, I've lost your in-ear bud. I don't know where it went." And I'm looking at him like, well, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "I don't know." And I looked, and he has tape in his ear on his hair, and my earbud is broken, hanging in his hair. I was able to snap it back together and keep it, but
thank God.
you didn't find the one. You didn't find the one in the parking lot, did you?
Oh yes, he did.
Well, I think we did, didn't we, Trey?
Wasn't in the parking lot.
Where was it?
Of course.
Your pockets.
It was in my pocket. Yes, that's where it ended up, in my pocket. But
When you
anyway,
lose your earbuds,
the in-ear monitors were a game changer.
Oh, Binny was having a fit. He was freaking out. I'm like, well, you can have mine, because really, I got the in-ear monitors. It was my passive way of saying, Binny, you need in-ear monitors.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
I wish I had gotten those years ago when I was much younger. I mean, it's just, you can hear every single thing. No matter where you are on stage, you can hear everything. Every note you're singing, you got to be spot on. So,
yeah.
Jay, I've got that, but that is on. It looks like that's a YouTube video. That's on your channel, so I can't play it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it here in the chat. So, guys, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Watch this. It's very short.
Mm-hmm.
You'll dig it.
Yeah. Send them the link.
Listen, guys. Listen, I got to tell y'all this. Another guy named John Holloman that's listening says, he texts me, he says, "This is funny stuff. You even lose your ear monitors, your inner ear monitors." because I lost my wallet 2 weeks ago. If you can believe that.
Oh shit.
If it's not keys, wallet,
Yes.
in-ear
Well, it's like
monitor.
my grandfather told me.
Glasses.
If my grandfather told me years ago, you'd lose your ass if it wasn't attached to you.
Right on. We'll put that link also, Jay, in the show description after the show.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'd like to get
Yeah,
some
I-
more hits on it.
Yeah, I want to see
So,
that myself. Yeah.
Yeah, watch it.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
The man giving Jay a
And,
shout out. It's too cool.
Somebody just made a comment about it was cold.
Let me ask you guys this. So you formed right before COVID and you got put on ice. Did you do anything online, or did that, obviously it wiped the shows away, but did you still get together?
We got together. There was one show we were supposed to play for the city of Mocksville, North Carolina, an outdoor show. And they did we went to this place called Break Time Billiards. We're really good friends with the owner, and he let us do he let us use their stage and let the people from Mocksville come and do a video of us and put it on their website.
They streamed it, actually.
They streamed it,
just stream. Yeah.
They streamed it. Yeah, okay. They streamed it.
Nice.
But that's really all we did. We did
the big show at Pine Tree. We did the
Yeah,
outdoor
we did
show
the
at Pine
4th of
Tree.
July thing outside Pine
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, it was outdoors.
Yeah,
And listen to this, guys. 98 degrees outside in the middle of July. We're outside.
1st of July.
Humidity level was unbelievable. And that night I had to sing more songs than I had ever sang in my life. I think we did a 2 hour and a half hour show, Trey. 30 songs.
We had like 30 some, I thought.
It was
30.
incredible. I was soaking
My
wet.
voice was shot.
It was incredible. And but yeah, that was a hot show.
Mhm.
Meaning-
And the fog, all the fog didn't leave the stage. That was flipping me out because it was so humid that the fog just sat there. It didn't blow away. It was
It's like
just
dry ice.
yeah, it was awesome because it made the lights look better. But it's like, wow, this isn't going nowhere. It's like,
no, but it was so effing hot. I was like,
Oh yeah.
and I had on those at that point. I had on those white, the black, like leg warmers, the black leg warmers. And after the second song, I ran over to the side of the stage, and I had my wife. I said, "Pull these off. It's so hot. I cannot stand this." Because I wear the white leg warmers usually that David Lee wore. A lot of people think that they're boots, but they're not. They're like furry, like leg warmers but they look like boots.
There's
Which I wear those a lot. But go ahead.
Tony,
Yes,
I sent
sir.
you the actual picture that my friend showed Mike, and he went crazy over and made that little video for me. It's the one where I got the red shirt. And then I sent you another picture from my little one-on-one bass lesson I had a couple of months ago.
Yeah. Let me
But
let me
yeah, Binny, that night, that July 4th weekend, I was wearing the 83 tour Mikey set get up with a kind of a white vest kind of thing. And, I had those nylon orange pants with the white strings on them.
oh,
Look at him with Billy Sheehan.
Yeah. It's the other picture. Yeah, that one. That's the one that Mike saw of me.
Okay.
And then he made that little video.
Yeah. Nice.
nice.
So I thought that was cool.
I've got to tell you guys this. That is actually my wife. That was the first night I saw my wife in person. I invited her to the show, and I walked off stage, and and of course walked right over to her and kissed her in front of her daughter. And that was the beginning of my, what you would call matrimony. And I am happily married to my beautiful wife, Sheehan.
Right
Nice.
on.
But that
Yeah.
was the night. That was the night. That, good God, what a hot night it was.
I think it was a full moon that night too.
Woo!
Oh wow.
I bet so.
He was at Benny's house.
Yes,
Okay, Jay,
Yeah.
you got to tell us about the bass lesson that you got from Billy. Come on.
Well, it was
bring it.
super awesome. I mean, that's not a whole lot to tell, other than it was a once in a lifetime thing. I could do it again, but got to save up some more money for that. It was well worth every cent that it cost for me to do that. But yeah, he offers private one-on-one lessons when he's not touring, and it's just a super awesome thing to experience. I recommend it to anybody, even beginners, not old farts like me. It's been playing for a long time. I mean, even Billy said he learns from his students. So as far as how
Yeah.
it went,
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
learning students, there was a little particular intro to a Van Halen song that I believe you showed.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll share it in a minute.
Tell him.
It was fun.
I'll tell it.
So, I wanted to tell some of the other stuff first.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
He asked, before you do it, he asks you, write down some questions you might have, or think about what you want to learn from me. And so I was thinking, well, I've never really been much of a solo guy, and good Lord, Billy is. So I asked him, go over some things that you could help me with as far as, being a solo guy. And so he taught me, he gave me some things to work on. I had to play. We played a little bit. He showed me some things, work on some stuff with my left hand, some exercises that I could work on. I told him, I of course play with a pick, and I play with fingers depending on what the song is, what it calls for. But he showed me some things with, my right hand. I'm right-handed. So I kept thinking, okay, because it's an hour, you spend about an hour and a half with him. But near the end, I was like, I've seen so many videos of Billy playing Van Halen songs. I was like, I want to play a Van Halen song with him. So just off the top of my head, I just started the beginning of Light Up the Sky. And he stopped and said, wait a minute, I don't think you're playing that right. And so he got YouTube, got the song, listened to it a couple times. And well, actually, I messed up. When I did it, he said, no, I think it's this. And he played it, but he played it in octaves, and it's really fifths.
For sure.
So so he said, all right. So he listened to the song, and he's like, hey, I think you're right. So he did it in the fifths. So, but yeah, it was just fun. Just a great experience.
Nice.
Did you get to work with the wife?
It was there. He offered me to, did I want to mess with it? And I really didn't. It was just fun being there. And I mean, to me, I was more flattered that he looked my Yamaha over and, gave it the look over and told me that, this thing's in great shape. Gave me a couple little hints of, getting some of the buzz out. I like to have a little bit of buzz. My action is really low.
Benny.
Probably just a little bit too low. But he showed me,
or Jack Daniels. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I see bottles above your head. You got bottles above your head.
But
he told me,
Jay is
he get
friendly. He did not want to finger Billy's bass.
Nah, I mean, it was there. I could have picked it up, but I mean, I looked at it, but I didn't play it. But they had the double neck, he had the standard his standard Yamaha scallops and all that. But yeah, they were awesome, super nice, awesome guy. I took him a few Red Oak beers. I asked him before I went out there. I said, "Hey, there's a local brewery here that I think you might." I said, "You know, I could bring you some if you." He said, "Does it have alcohol in it?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, well, bring it."
That's Billy. he likes his wine, but yeah, he'll drink
Yeah,
that.
exactly. But yeah, I asked him, did he like lagers? Because we got a super awesome brewery here called Red Oak Brewery, and it's just very great products that they put out, and it's just something I wanted to let him try. And of course, he enjoyed that, so it was a great trip. And we left there and went to Jack Daniel's Distillery for the rest of the weekend.
So y'all were drinking during the lesson?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I gave it to him afterwards to take home.
I got you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Heard Jack Daniels and bass, and then heard Jack Daniels again, and kind of just making sure there, Jay.
Never going to be far away from Jay.
That's right. So let me show this. Where is it at? Let me show this card. It's got your dates upcoming.
Yeah.
So you guys in the Winston Salem area between Greensboro and Winston, High Point area.
DJs is Salisbury, Tilted Ladders,
Mount Pilot.
Pilot Mountain. Yeah, Mount Pilot.
Mount Pilot is this side.
Yeah.
It's right down this road from Mayberry.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. Yep.
Yep. Cool. Making Andy day.
Nice.
Yeah, we usually have throughout the year, over the past couple of years, Trey will get some, hits on his email, or somebody will reach out to us on Facebook about festivals. We played a couple festivals in towards the east coast of North Carolina last year. Some kind of, what was that?
Dogwood.
Dogwood Festival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we played with a Leonard Skinner band, tribute band, and a Michael Jackson tribute band there on a huge Bojangles stage. It was, I guess, sponsored by Bojangles, but it was a full, national-looking stage with a huge PA. And then, we've done a couple big festivals in South Carolina, and those things will come. Those we don't even look for. They just reach out to us when they hear about us. And,
I'm really fortunate about that, for real, man. We get
That's good.
out of nowheres, the power of the internet. They find us, and they'll I start talking, and we sign a contract, and we're good, Because we love. I mean, of course, we love to play, and we've got certain little spots that we like that you see on the calendar, but we like to leave it open because you never know what's going to fall through the funnel. It's
the big shows.
Yeah.
The big shows. We play a place called Benford Brewing Company down in Lancaster, South Carolina. Once a year. Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Lancaster. I thought it was Lancaster, but when we go down there,
Lancaster.
Lancaster. And what an area that is, but a great guy down there that owns the place. Great place to play. Huh?
They know their Van Halen down there.
They know their Van Halen. There's no question about it. And the last time we played there, he brought friends in from other states.
Yeah.
That were just one of the guys came up to me halfway through the show and said, "Would you please just wear my hat for a few songs?" I said, "Yeah, give me a hat. I'll wear your hat." But
you're this big sweater in the band.
Yeah. I am. I have to have a sweat towel. It's just the way it is. But yeah, those shows will come up this year also. We'll get pop festivals that come up where they want us to play. And but what we wanted this year is reach out into the Raleigh and the Charlotte area. that kind of thing.
Yeah, love to see you guys
Asheville.
up here in Raleigh.
Mhm.
I'll see you in April in High Point.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm
that's
going to be
definitely.
moving to the Charlotte area, just north of Kannapolis. So I'll
Awesome.
be waiting for you guys with bated breath, man.
When are you coming to Kannapolis?
Looking around May, April or May.
Okay.
So I'm doing my house hunting right now, and I'm setting stuff up with my realtor. So
Awesome.
the wheels are turning right now as we speak.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. It's going to be such a blast hanging out with everybody.
Absolutely. Cannot wait to see you in person, brother.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great.
Seriously, you'll get the full experience when you see it live.
The full bug.
Yeah, the video doesn't do it justice. When you see it, that's when you see exactly the complete energy and the emotion that we give out.
Exactly. I've seen quite a few Van Halen cover bands. I can't wait to see you guys either. It's
Awesome.
gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah.
I know. Exactly. Guys, I want to thank all of you for coming here tonight. Dudes, this has been so cool. All of you, thank you so much for being here.
Fan.
Yeah.
We always have a fan. We always have that one fan. That one fan.
There he is.
That's your biggest
Right
fan.
on.
There he is.
Yeah.
Woo!
Nice.
That's Trey's biggest fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Guys, you guys got a great band. You got great chemistry too amongst you. This has been such a treat meeting you guys and hearing about the band and the ins and outs. Yeah.
We want to thank you for having us on this show. We love Van Halen, period. And we will try to deliver and show them respect as long as we can. As long as people want to see us, we're going to play. And,
Right on.
That we're just, thank you for having us and being able to tell everybody a little bit about who we are. So,
Yeah.
Maybe it'll gain a little bit more interest about, some other people that have never seen us come see us and see what we're really about, because you won't know until you see us live.
That's right. Mean Street Live. If you're in the North Carolina area,
Yeah.
and they are on Facebook, their link is down below. Like them on Facebook, and those dates are up there. There's all kind of. They got a nice site, lots of videos and cool pictures, and yeah. And the coolest graphics too, man. You guys got it going on.
Thank you, Jay Turner.
Hey, Turner.
Yeah, I'm a
Jay
graphics
Turner
guy.
has certainly.
Yeah. Look at that.
There's a new one.
Woo!
Look at the
that.
graphics.
So badass.
Main Street. Right on, dudes.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
J Street. Yeah.
All of you guys
Hipster.
have an invitation to come back whenever you want. We're definitely going to do a part 2 with all of you. If we can round you up again, I would absolutely love it.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Look forward to meeting you at a show.
Yes.
Absolutely.
April.
And I said
April.
I said it to Tony during the pre-show. I said, look, all we're gonna have to do is just like turn on the mic and point these guys in the direction and just let them have at it. And you guys did not disappoint at all, man. I knew it.
Thank you.
I knew you guys were gonna just light
Thank
the
you
place
so
up.
much, brother.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Enjoyed it.
you guys are
Thanks,
awesome.
everybody.
This has been great. Let me give them a couple of announcements. So kids, you want some custom guitar picks made? We know a guy, Greg, Legend Picks. Links are down below. He's made all these people picks. He makes us picks. He can make you picks too. You want a guitar built. You got to build on your mind. We know a guy, Neil Daly, Daily Custom Designs.
He does a great job.
Those links are down below.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah.
I knew Trey knew him. Trey knows everybody.
Yeah.
He knows everybody.
And
this guy over here's
those
got
of-
one on the way.
yeah, I got one in the cooker coming.
Cool.
From Neil.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cole, listen, my son is getting ready to paint the white and black striped guitar for Trey.
Yes.
So hopefully
Nice.
that will be the next time we come on. We'll have that one too for Trey.
Yeah, sweet. Very sweet. We also, our co-host on Saturdays, Show Me Your Pick, Brendan B. Squared, he makes these really cool cigar box guitars, and they look like this.
Very cool.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And his links are down below. You can huddle up with him and yeah, you can make 2-string, 3-string, 4-string, or bass.
Yep. Kill switch.
Yeah.
He's got one there with a kill switch too.
Yeah.
Lydia Lou's got
Um,
that one, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Our winner
Lenny
tonight.
Lou, and congratulations again to Lenny Lou, tonight's nearly impossible Van Halen trivia winner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Winner,
She knows
winner,
her
chicken
Van Halen.
dinner.
Hell yeah, she does.
She does.
I had the pleasure of meeting her at EVH Con back in November. Such
She's a
a
guitar
sweetheart.
player too.
Yeah. Oh God. And she actually won my guitar strap too
Yeah,
Cool.
during a contest. Yeah.
that's right.
We had a
she was
guitar
big-
contest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She brought the kitchen sink and then some. Ha ha.
Cool.
Nice. Nice.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
find something here, Keith, and it
All right.
seem like I can't find it.
Guys,
What's
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
have to,
me?
I'm gonna have to bail out on you all. I stayed up much later than I should have.
Oh man.
But,
Thank you for
Thanks,
coming
Trey.
on, man. Oh,
I love
Thank you,
you
Trey.
all.
Trey,
All right.
it's been
Love
a
you,
pleasure, dude.
See you
Thank-
soon.
thank you.
Love you, Trey. Yes. Woo! Yeah.
All right. Okay, nice.
That
All
man
right,
delivers.
kids, we're going to wind things down here. Everybody watching, thanks for watching on replay. Leave a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe here too if you're not already. Check to see that you are. It helps us grow. We've been doing this a year and almost 2 years in March. We talk all things Van Halen every single Wednesday night. And Mean Street, guys, this has been awesome. Thanks for being here.
Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Enjoyed it.
You
Thanks
guys
a lot.
rock. I
Tony
really
T.
enjoyed this show
Yes.
tonight. All right,
All right.
kids,
That's a great night.
we're out of here. Have a great week.
You too. Nice
See
to
you
meet
this
Rock
you.
and
weekend.
roll.
Take care.
Rock and roll.
All roads lead to Van Halen. They all do.
Amen, brother.
All right,
See
you guys
ya.
hang
Well,
out a
take care.
minute. I'm going to run outro and we're out of here.
All right.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. Ooh.